Hey guys, what is up? Computer Queen 45 Alex here with an episode of Everlasting Summer. Now, before we start, two things. One, I was asked for my age and told that all of the heroines are over the age of 18. So, whatever you want to take from that, you take from that, because I haven't seen any of it yet, so I can't tell you exactly how bad it gets. But, proceed with caution, as I'm about to do. And also, I realized that my videos are sort of low res, so if you can't read it, don't worry. I'm gonna try and read everything, if not most things. But I feel like there was something else that I wanted to say, but yeah, whatever. Exit. I don't want to exit. We just got here. What is it? Oh, settings. Let's go back. Whatever. So, new game. Dear Pioneer, you are on the verge of wondrous discoveries. The doors of the most wonderful place in the world, our favorite camp, I don't know how to say that, have opened before you. You remember this session for the rest of your life. Welcome. It did give me the option of 2 languages when I first opened this window. One was a bunch of letters I couldn't, or not even letters, just like characters I couldn't understand, and then the other one was English. So, I don't know what other language that was, but I'd assume it was its first language. This is on Steam. I was having that dream once again. That dream. Same thing every night. But it's all forgotten in the morning, as usual. Maybe it's for the best. Only a glimpse of memory will remain, of gates half opened, as if inviting me somewhere with 2 frozen stone pioneers standing close. Oh, that's what the other thing I wanted to say to you guys was. It's a visual novel, it told me on Steam. So, I'm just gonna be reading it and the occasional dumb comment from myself. So, I mean, you know, whatever. If you want to leave and go watch more Stanley Parable, you go ahead. I'll have more of that out soon. But for those who didn't click off yet, let's continue. And also that strange girl who keeps asking me. See, it's this language. I can barely see it, so I doubt you can see it. But I don't know what that is. Well, those are letters. In the beginning it was just characters and no letters, I don't think. Will you come with me? Come. But where? And why? And where am I, anyway? Of course, if it all would have happened in real life, I would have certainly been scared. Be scared. I would have certainly be scared. I don't know if that's... whatever. This much is sure. But this is just a dream. The same one I see every night. There must be a reason. You don't have to know where or why to realize something is really happening. Something desperate for my attention. Since everything that's around me here is real. As real as things in my own flat. I could open the gates, hear the hinges creak, brush the crumbling rust away with my hand, inhale the fresh cool air, and shiver from the cold. I think I read that, like, in the wrong inflection, but whatever. I could, but to do that I would need to pick myself up, make a step, move my hand. But this is a dream. I understand that, but what of it? What would change my understanding? Because here it's just like on the other side of the crackling screen of an old TV. Or cracking, not crackling. Which struggles to the fight against static noise and strives. I cannot... Wow, between this and the Stanley Parable episode I just did, cannot do words today. Whatever. Which struggles to the fight against static noise and strives to show its audience everything without missing a single detail. But the picture's getting blurry. I must be waking up soon. Ellipses. Maybe I should ask her something? The girl. What's her name? About the stars, for instance? Why the stars, though? I'd rather ask about the gates. Yes, the gates. She would be so surprised. Or better, why dot over I was called a tittle, but dot over... Oh! Whatever. Or better, why the dot over I is called a tittle, but dot over J was called a superscript dot. Nice letters. As if they don't exist anymore. Still, what do letters, gates, and stars have to do with this place? Because if every night I'm having this dream, which will be forgotten soon anyway, I've got to look for answers here and now. And there, if you look carefully, you can see the Magellanic Clouds. Magellanic? I'll go with Magellanic. As if I ended up in the southern hemisphere. In a dream, there are small things that catch the most of your attention. Unnatural color of grass, impossible curves of straight lines, or your own distorted reflection. While the real danger, which could put an end to everything right here and now, seems a trifle. It's natural, since here you cannot die. I know it for sure. I've done it hundreds of times. But if you cannot die, is there a point in living? I should ask the girl. She's a local. She should know. Yes, exactly! I should ask her about the owl, for example. What? This owl? Is this her dream? Like, just this picture and that's it? Whatever. What a strange bird it is. Though, it doesn't matter. Ellipses. What? Really? You're just gonna, like, fade to black, then fade back in a second later? Whatever. Will you come with me? And every time I have to answer. It's the only way, otherwise the dream will never end, and I will never wake up. Whoa. Okay. I guess I'll go then, if it's the only way to get out of here. Every time it's so hard to decide on the answer. What are these buttons? What do these do? Whatever. Every time it's so hard to decide on the answer. Where am I? What am I doing here? Who is she? Why does so much in my life depend on this answer? Or maybe it doesn't? It's just a dream after all. Just a dream. Yeah, it's just a dream, of course. Whoa. Keyboard? Very, very blurry keyboard? Yep, there we go. Sounds like my life. Just keys being clicked. And nothing else. There's like a Wikipedia page for like a pop star? What? That's Wikipedia. If I ever saw fake Wikipedia, it's right there. The computer screen... I said my name. Whatever. The computer screen stared at me as if it was alive. And then I very dramatically blinked. Sometimes it really did seem to me that it was conscious of itself, had its own thoughts and wishes, ambitions, that it had feelings, could love and suffer. Why are those the first two things you think of? Not like be happy and sad. I guess suffer, but really? Could love and suffer? Whatever. As if in our relationship the screen wasn't an instrument, it was me. Lifeless piece of plastic and textile-like. There is some truth in that, probably because the computer provides 90% of my communication with the outside world. Same here. Same. Anonymous image boards, some chats from time to time, rarely ICQ or Jabber, and forums even more rarely. Forums are probably my first one, actually, but whatever. Your life is your life, even if you do live it in front of a computer. People on the other end of the internet cable simply do not exist. They're all simply creations of its sick imagination, an error in the source code, or a kernel bug, which started living a life of its own. Jeez, that's a dark way to think about it. Even if it doesn't make sense, but like, I get what she's trying to say, but like, when you really think about what she just said, it doesn't make sense, because those people exist. Thank you for the very dramatic shot of a chandelier. Whatever. If one looked at my existence from the side, such thoughts would not seem so mad, and a psychologist would surely give me a bunch of sophisticated diagnoses, and probably write me a doctor's referral to an asylum. I thought she just said it would not seem so mad. But they'd still throw you in an asylum? Whatever. I'm saying whatever a lot, just like, I don't care. This game entirely about text? Don't care about the text. Just looking at these blurry pictures of random things in a home. Why is it's like this was drawn in. This bit right here, and the rest of it is a blurry picture. Whatever. I need to stop just saying whatever. A small apartment with no trace of repair or semblance of order in it, and always the same view out the window on the grey megalopolis, running somewhere day and night. Such are the conditions of my life. Well, of course, it didn't all start like this. I was born, went to school and finished it like all the others. I was accepted at the university where I spent a year and a half trailing and struggling. I drifted through several jobs. Sometimes it was working out quite well. Sometimes I was even getting decent money for it. But it all felt like it was not mine, as if it was taken from another man's biography. Is this a man? I was imagining this was a woman for some reason. I don't know. I wasn't living a life to its fullest. It was looping on in monotonous circles. That's life. That's what life is. As in the Groundhog Day movie. I've never seen Groundhog Day, but I get where you're coming from there. Isn't he living the same day over and over again, though? Oh, and every day repeated itself, yeah. It's just, I had no choice in how to spend my day, and every day repeated itself. The same vicious spiral. Spiral of emptiness, misery, and despair. Hey, I hear YouTube's a great thing. For the last few years, I just sat in front of the screen all day. Oh well, then maybe YouTube's not here. Not your, choice. Sometimes they were menial jobs. Sometimes my parents helped me. All in all, I was able to provide for myself. No wonder really, since my needs are quite minor. I hardly leave my home, and my communication with other people almost entirely consists of online correspondence with the anonymous, who have no real name, no gender, no age. I mean, you could ask them for it, but in all reality, they're probably just gonna ignore you. So, in brief, quite a typical life of quite a typical antisocial person of his time. I think this is a dude. Kind of Donnie Darko on a minor... Yeah, that's a dude. Without doomsday-related visions. Maybe some highly respected director will make a movie about me, and it will become a classic of modern drama cinema. Or maybe someone will write a visual novel about you someday, and then someone else will read it on the internet. Or I'll make one myself. However, what's the point of fooling myself? I tried many times, but couldn't even come up with a simple script. I've also tried learning many other things. Not gifted enough to draw, programming, got bored. Foreign languages, takes too much time. The only thing I loved doing was reading, but still I would never have called myself a scholar. Perhaps I was an ace in watching anime and grandmaster of lame internet jokes. If I were to get paid for it, I probably would be a happier person, and a richer person too. But I doubt it would fill the hole inside me. Oh, that's really pretty. I love that moon. Today was another typical day of a typical loser's typical life. Well, I think this guy is pretty typical. And this day was also, apparently, very typical. And today's the day when I have to go to my university reunion. Frankly speaking, I really did not want to. And what is the point? Time I spent with them was so short. However, I got persuaded by a friend, my former university mate, and one of the few who I kept in touch not only through the internet. Whoa. That's cool. This is really pretty, I'll give it that. I don't know if I said it, but it's called Everlasting Summer. It's by, Soviet Games, which I've never heard of, but still, playing their game, so, or reading their book. Whoa. You okay? You need a minute to not be creepy? A frosty evening. Bus stop. Waiting. I never liked winter. I love winter. It's all snowy and beautiful. I mean, look at this. Though hot summer is not my season either. That's not my season. I hate that season. It's just that I see no reason to point out any particular time of the year. It does not matter much what weather is outside since you spend 24/7 at home. Maybe you do. I do as well, but you might. The bus today was running so late that I was about to curse it all and spend the last few hundreds rubies? The idea of returning home didn't cross my mind for some reason. As usual, millions of thoughts flew through my mind, but there was not a single useful one to seize. Such thought that you could bring to existence, give it a shape, turn it into an idea, and put it into practice. I know where this guy's coming from with this. Maybe I could start my own business. But where would I get the money from? Or maybe I could go back to working in an office? No, no way. Maybe I should try freelancing. What skills do I have? Who needs me, after all? Okay. I suddenly remembered my childhood. Really? Just gonna... like that? Or rather, teen years, the time when I was 15 to 17 years old. Why exactly those years? I was just about to ask you that. No idea. I guess it's because back then everything was much more simple. It was easier to make decisions, so complicated now and so simple then. Waking up in the morning, I knew exactly how my day was going to pass, and I was eagerly looking forward to the weekend. Then I could get some rest and have time for the things I liked: computer, football, going out with friends. And then, at the beginning of next week, I'd take up my studies again. Back then, there were no such worrying questions as why, who needs it, what will change if I do it, or what will not change. I ask those questions now. I'm not in whatever age you are, but I ask those questions now. Even if you didn't, I do. That's why I do this. YouTube. A simple live stream, so casual for any normal person and so odd to myself today. Careless childhood age. It was also then that I met my first love. Okay, whatever. Dang it, I said it again. Okay. that is going to be it for this time around. I think we've been going for somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes. I decided to not use a timer because it doesn't really matter. But, yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys all for everything you do. This is Computer Queen 45 Alex, and I will see you guys in the next video.